Only 1% of cars ever hit 200,000 miles. But here you are. You've made it. And now the question is, what next? Because right now, your car probably squeaks, rattles, and smells like old French fries. The gas mileage sucks, the engine lags, and every bump feels like you're riding a wooden roller coaster. But here's the truth. No mechanic tells you. You can make a 200K mile car feel brand new, and all it takes is the right list of upgrades. Stuff that actually affects how your car feels, not just how it looks on paper. Before you dump 35K on a new ride you don't need, give this one last shot. These are the 10 high-impact upgrades that will make your car feel brand new. Let's start with the one that transforms your engine instantly. Number 1. Replace spark plugs and ignition coils. By 200,000 miles, your spark plugs have likely fired over 200 million times. That's a mind-blowing workload, and it takes a toll. Over time, carbon builds up on the tips, gaps widen, and ignition becomes less efficient. The result? Misfires, sluggish acceleration, reduced fuel economy, and rough idle. But it's not just the plugs. The ignition coils, those black modules that sit on top or near each cylinder, are responsible for converting your car's 12 volts into up to 40,000 volts needed to fire a spark. If just one coil is weak, it can trigger hesitation, engine codes, or poor fuel burn. And since coils degrade with heat and age, most are long overdue for replacement by the time you hit 200K. Replacing both plugs and coils at the same time isn't just smart. It's the most cost-effective way to bring your engine back to life. Expect faster throttle response, cleaner combustion, better MPG, and fewer vibrations at idle. You'll feel it in the first 10 minutes of driving. It's one of the few upgrades that delivers instant results. Number 2, clean the throttle body and MAF sensor. Now that your ignition system is firing cleanly, it's time to fix the next big bottleneck, airflow. Even with fresh spark, your engine can't run smoothly if the air it breathes is dirty or restricted. 2 key components handle this: the throttle body and the mass airflow MAF sensor, and both get grimy fast after 100K miles. The throttle body controls how air enters your engine when you press the gas pedal. Over time, carbon deposits build up on the throttle plate, causing sticky acceleration, uneven idle, and lag between foot and response. Right next to that is the MAF sensor, a tiny wire that measures how much air flows into the engine. If it's coated in dirt or oil, it sends inaccurate data to your ECU. The result? Poor air-fuel ratios and stalling. A careful cleaning of both with proper sensor-safe sprays can dramatically restore throttle sensitivity and fuel efficiency. It's one of those fixes you don't see, but you feel. If your gas pedal has felt lazy lately, this could be the reset your engine's been begging for. Did you know? Some modern spark plugs are designed to last up to 100,000 miles. But most engines run better if you swap them out at 60K to 80K, especially under high heat or stop-and-go conditions. Number 3, replace shocks and struts. You can fix spark, airflow, and fuel, but if your suspension's shot, the car still feels old. At 200,000 miles, your original shocks and struts are most likely toast. These parts are designed to dampen road impact and control body movement. But after years of abuse and potholes, heat cycles, and highway miles, the internal gas pressure fades and seals start leaking. What you're left with is excessive bounce, nosediving under braking, and an overall floaty, disconnected ride. Here's how to tell. If your car bobs after speed bumps, pulls and turns, or feels loose over rough pavement, it's time. Replacing your shocks and struts, especially all 4, doesn't just make the ride smoother. It improves steering response, shortens stopping distance, and even extends tire life. Modern units often include updated valving for tighter control, meaning your high-mile car will feel dramatically more composed and planted. Pair it with fresh sway bar links or bushings if needed, and you'll swear you're driving something 10 years younger. Trucks like the Tacoma or F-150 can mask bad shocks, but sedans like the Accord or Camry, you'll feel every bump. Either way, new struts make a huge difference. You fixed how the car breathes and fires. Now it's time to fix how it moves. Number 4, flush the transmission fluid. If your transmission hesitates, shifts hard, or feels clunky at low speeds, it's not always a sign of failure. More often, it's old fluid, thick, broken down, and full of microscopic metal particles, choking the system from the inside. Most automatic transmission fluid is designed to last around 60,000 to 100,000 miles. At 200K, that fluid is likely long overdue, especially if it's never been changed. The additives that reduce friction and heat wear out, turning your once smooth transmission into a jerky mess. A full transmission fluid flush, not just a drain and refill, can restore crisp, clean shifts by replacing nearly all of the degraded fuel. It also helps prevent long-term damage to the valve body and torque converter. Be sure to use the OEM-specified fluid because transmission designs vary widely, and the wrong type can do more harm than good. Think of it as a blood transfusion for your drivetrain. When done right, it won't just extend your transmission's life, it'll feel like it got a second one. Number 5. Replace engine and cabin air filters. Now that your transmission's running smoother, let's talk about something even simpler. Yet, just as important, the air your engine and you are breathing. Your engine air filter keeps dust, debris, and insects from entering the combustion chamber. Over time, especially after 200,000 miles, it gets clogged. That forces the engine to work harder just to suck in air, which throws off fuel ratios and reduces power and efficiency. A dirty air filter alone can drop your fuel economy by up to 10%. Then there's the cabin air filter, often forgotten but essential. It traps pollen, dust, exhaust fumes, and even mold spores before they hit your lungs. If your AC smells weird or airflow feels weak, chances are it's long overdue for replacement. Skip this and you're not just breathing dirty air. You could be inhaling mold spores, exhaust soot every time you turn the AC on. Swapping both takes less than 30 minutes and costs under $40, yet makes a noticeable difference in performance and comfort. Your engine will breathe easier, but will you? After all, restoring your car isn't just about how it drives, it's how it feels every day you sit behind the wheel. Number 6. Use a fuel injector cleaner. By 200,000 miles, your fuel injectors have sprayed billions of tiny fuel bursts into the engine. But with that age comes buildup. Carbon, varnish, and residue that clog the fine nozzles and mess with fuel atomization. The result? Uneven combustion, poor throttle response, hesitation, and a drop in miles per gallon. This is where a good fuel injector cleaner can make a big difference, especially if it's never been done before. Pour it directly into a near-empty gas tank, fill up with fresh fuel, and drive normally. Within a tank or two, you may notice smoother acceleration, restored power, and a slight bump in fuel efficiency. It's not a miracle fix, but for $10 to $20, it's one of the cheapest ways to clean up internal engine performance without pulling parts apart. Pair this with new plugs and a clean throttle body, and your engine won't just start, it'll purr. This especially helps on older high-milers like the Subaru Outback, Nissan Altima, or early 2000 Civics. Cars that keep going but often lose their edge over time. With a little cleanup, they run surprisingly close to factory smooth. Number 7. Install new motor mounts. You know that low, annoying vibration at idle? Or that subtle thud when you shift into gear? That's not just old car stuff. It's likely worn-out motor mounts, and fixing them can make your entire car feel dramatically newer. Motor mounts are rubber or hydraulic cushions that hold your engine in place and absorb its movement. But after 10+ years of heat, oil exposure, and constant stress, they crack, sag, or collapse. That allows the engine to rock around more than it should, sending vibrations through the frame, steering wheel, and even your seat. And it's not just about comfort. Bad mounts can also stress out other components, like exhaust joints, axles, and transmission mounts. Replacing them restores the factory-level tightness. Your idle becomes silent, gear changes feel smoother, and the whole car suddenly seems calmer. It's one of the most overlooked upgrades, but also one of the most satisfying, especially on high-mileage vehicles. If your car buzzes at red lights or thumps when accelerating, this fix might just be your golden ticket. Number 8. Get an alignment and tire rotation. Even if your tires look fine, your car's alignment could be slowly ruining them and your ride. By 200,000 miles, your suspension has hit thousands of potholes, speed bumps, and curb bumps. Over time, that abuse throws off your wheel alignment, the precise angles to keep your tires pointed straight. When alignment's off, your car pulls to one side, and your tires wear unevenly. Left unchecked, bad alignment doesn't just eat through tires. It can wreck your suspension geometry and even mess with your braking distance in an emergency. A professional four-wheel alignment adjusts your camber, caster, and toe back to factory specs. And what's the result? Your steering wheel centers again. The car drives straight and handling tightens up immediately. While you're at it, rotate your tires. By 200K, front tires typically wear faster than the rear. A proper rotation evens out wear, reduces road noise, and could add 5,000 to 10,000 extra miles to the life of your rubber. Smooth driving starts with a straight car. You'll feel the difference the moment you hit the highway. Number 9, detailing and headlight restoration. You fixed how it drives. Now fix how it feels to sit in. After 200,000 miles, your interior's probably seen coffee spills, melted candy, worn out steering wheel leather, and dust in every corner. But a full interior detail done right can completely transform your driving experience. Start with the basics. Deep vacuum, carpet shampoo, and steam clean your seats, and use a fabric extractor. Wipe down every surface with a U-protectant interior cleaner. And don't skip the vents. They blow years of dust straight into your lungs. A cheap leather or vinyl repair kit can even make cracked seats or faded trim look close to new. Now, step outside. If your headlights are foggy or yellowed, not just losing style, you're losing up to 70% of nighttime visibility. A $20 headlight restoration kit can clean them up in under an hour, making the car look and drive like it just came off the lot. This isn't vanity. It's comfort, safety, and resale value, all in one clean sweep. Number 10, refresh the battery and ground cables. Weird electrical issues are the ghosts of high-mileage cars. Flickering dash lights, random warning signals, sluggish starts, or even glitchy windows. But here's the twist. It's not always your battery. Sometimes it's your ground cables, and they're just as critical. At 200,000 miles, battery terminals corrode, ground straps, those thick wires connecting your engine, chassis, and battery, wear out or loosen over time. When that happens, your car's electrical system loses its clean connection to ground. And without a proper ground, sensors start misfiring, modules reset, and computers behave oddly. Start by cleaning or replacing your battery terminals. Then inspect or upgrade your main ground cables with fresh corrosion-resistant ones. Many DIYers even add an extra engine-to-frame ground strap to eliminate voltage drop. The difference? Faster starts, more consistent idle, and a noticeable drop in random electrical gremlins. It's one of the cheapest, smartest upgrades most drivers never think to check. But once you do, your car suddenly feels smoother and more reliable, because now it actually is. 200,000 miles used to mean the end. Now, it's just the halfway point. If you know what to fix, you just need to make the right upgrades. The ones that actually change how your car feels to drive. So before you trade it in or give up, try this list. You might fall in love with your car all over again. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share your mileage milestone in the comments, and subscribe for more smart car tips that can save you thousands. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.